Good morning, everybody. Heather here. Sorry I haven't been here for a while. Not feeling my best at the moment. The other night I sneezed and burst a blood vessel in my eye. So if you see something red there, that's what it is. Burst blood vessel. No, it's a horrible feeling when this disease, you just don't feel great at all. And the last couple of days I haven't felt too great at all. It doesn't help that I'm going to get my COVID vaccine this afternoon, along with flu, and I think I'm also getting my pneumonia one. So I'll probably be in my bed for a few days after that. I've been looking at a lot of posts about people talking about prednisone, the steroids, the oral steroids, and about tapering them down. Now I know that when I've had to be on oral steroids, they are really good to start with because they take away the swelling, not necessarily some of the pain, but they do take away the swelling and allow you to function. But very quickly they want you to reduce the dose and come off it. And people ask why they have to reduce and come off it when it's helping them. And I'm not sure if you're aware that prednisone, the reason that they don't like us staying on it for too long is it can also deteriorate our bones. So particularly for women, the risks of osteoporosis. And I don't know about you, but there is that thing, that when we go on oral steroids, we have what they call the moon face, where it gives us a big round face, and you're more predisposed to put on some weight. And I know that everybody's side effects are different, but I could rip people's heads off, and normally I think I'm quite a grounded, mellow sort of person. Yes, I get angry like everybody else does, but normally I can, as we would say in the northeast, keep the heat, which means that you could keep your temper at bay. So I do know that that's one of the reasons that prednisone's not that great for me being on that. Oh, the other added thing is, of course, maybe that's why I'm not feeling so great today, is that I've had to stop my JAK inhibitor before I have my COVID vaccine. So that it could be possibly that my body is reacting to not having its JAK inhibitor. But I stop, and the recommendation from my consultant, and I know everybody else is different when they have the COVID vaccine, but for me, after the first one, at the time I was on tofacitinib, and it had been working great until I had my COVID vaccine, and then it stopped working. So now when I have a COVID vaccine, I stop taking my drugs a few days before, the day of the vaccine, and a few days afterwards. So if you think I look bad now, I'm going to be a lot worse by the time that it comes back. But it will. I've had this before, and it does stop it from causing side effects to my rheumatoid drugs, and that's the most important. Other things that have been going on, well, I don't know where you live in the world, but for me, I seem to be getting all these scams all the time, whether it's by email or by telephone. Yesterday I had one by text, and it just seems to be, whether it's because more and more people are having difficulties with money concerns because of the high prices. So who knows, but just to be aware and never give anybody your details unless you're actually sure of them. So, how's everybody coping with the run up to Christmas? Only a few more weeks to go. This year I am going away, so I'm not putting up my Christmas tree. It just doesn't seem worth it. Plus, with the new year coming, and hopefully I will be selling up and moving on. So at the moment, decorating the house for Christmas is the last thing that I'm thinking about. But I know for a lot of people, life is much easier now for the fact that we can have trees that are already decorated and you just plug them in. And for people with rheumatoid arthritis, that is a great gift, because there is nothing worse than spending 24 hours having to take a tree and decorate it all and do it all up. When, quite frankly, standing is a problem for me at the moment. So I don't think I would relish having to put up a great big tree. I'm trying to think what other things has been going on. As you know, that it has been quite a traumatic few months. Oh, I have to say, last week I had my physio appointment with the wonderful Stuart, and it was by telephone, but I have got some new exercises to do, and if the Royal Mail ever gets to deliver me my new set of exercises, I'll be able to start them. I also had my first appointment with the clinical psychologist. Now, I had a referral through physiotherapy through Stuart. He referred me to the clinical psychologist that is attached to rheumatology. And I think you'll find that in most hospitals now that they do tend to have quite a good team that are attached to rheumatology, whether it is occupational therapists, physiotherapists, and now, as we said, the clinical psychologist. And they are there just to make sure, because this is such a horrible disease, it does affect your mood and everything else. And because I have had such trauma going on in my life over the last few months, Stuart had referred me on, and I have to say it was like a breath of fresh air. I don't class myself as stupid by any means, but just from a couple of questions and a couple of responses that I gave, it quickly brought things to the forefront, shall we say, and I quickly realised what I had been dealing with for a long time. So we're on the steps for heading in the right direction. And I have another appointment by telephone next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, I have a health assessment next week through the Universal Credit scheme in the UK. So I'm getting that by telephone to see if how that is going to affect me. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks, just trying to get everything done. I know that, we'll have to look on the bright side of things, and people with rheumatoid arthritis, I know that some people don't get it. And I've found that we have to push ourselves. We do what we can do at that time. Sometimes it is, for cooking, and sometimes you're just not able to do that. So hopefully there's going to be people that's going to be looking after you this Christmas. And if it is you and your family, and it is you that it's come down to doing everything, just remember and be good to yourselves. You have to be good, because that's all our bodies will allow. So in the meantime, people, take care. I hope you like my videos. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you're all feeling at this time of the year. I know it can be really, really hard because the cold weather affects all of our joints as well. So until the next time, friends, take care. Bye for now.